Okay, so I recently read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and so now it's time that I continue with the series and read these two thick books. The thickest book I've ever read was like 590 something pages. I think it's The Final Offer by Lauren Usher. And so I am terrified of these. Absolutely terrified to read these. But I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to check in every so often and tell you how I feel reading these giant books. Alright, let's get into it. I just read to page 101. I'm on chapter 10. And like not a lot is happening. I feel like right now what is being discussed is politics, and I think politics can be a tad bit boring. I know that this is the book where everyone like switches up on Tamlin and starts calling him tampon, and I'm assuming he like does something specifically to get that response, but from the first 100 pages of this book, he's just, I'm trying to find a better way to phrase this, because like the only word in my head I feel like is not appropriate for the internet. Okay, got the word. He's being a prick. Tamlin in here is obviously trying to just look out for Feyre and do what's best for her, or what he thinks is best for her, but what he thinks is best for her is not actually best for her, and it's just like very prickish, and it's very annoying. And also the fact that like he just ignores her issues. Like she is waking up every single night from nightmares and vomiting, and he's just ignoring it. Like, I think he might cope with things by just letting it, like leaving it be, but I don't think that's what she needs. And I don't know, I feel like Tamlin and Feyre had this love in this first book that was almost like too good to be true, and now that they've had time to really like live together and experience life, they're just not very compatible. Then we have Rhysand coming in, and oh my gosh guys, when he interrupted that wedding, I was like, give me more. Like he said, what did he say? I have a Snapchat video of my reaction. I'll put it right here. Hello, Feyre, darling. Alright, I will check back in another 100 pages. Hi, I'm on page 200. So the last 100 pages have been a tad bit boring. I don't know, I've been having a really hard time focusing reading this book, but I think that has a lot to do with where I am and the fact that a lot of the book is focusing on like backstories and politics at the moment. I've met a lot of characters that I've heard a lot about. I feel like I'm getting to know like Rhysand's inner circle, and then I'm excited to see more women that are in more so like darker leadership positions, as in more in Amryn. It's just very exciting because I feel like all the women we've seen, like everybody in power that we've seen has been men, except for Amarantha, who is, you know, the big villain. So it's like exciting that we're meeting like these women that you can root for and that have like a position of power. I'll check in another 100 pages. I made it to page 300. Still, I feel like the book is going a little slow. I mean, I think I just read in the last 100 pages, she goes in the house of the Weaver, the blind one. If you've read this, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I really liked that. I was a big fan of that. I thought like it was picking up and I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, slay. We're not talking about politics at this moment. And then there was like the big drama with the adder. Like, I'm a big fan of that. I think that stuff picking up was like, mwah, chef's kiss, but now it's slowing down again, and like it's the free time, which is important because it's building relationships, but I'm just like, I need more to happen. I need more of that like action. I think that's what I'm really into. I also really enjoy Rhysand's flirting. Like, I'm reading that, I'm like giggling about it. Like, I love it. I will see you in another 100 pages. Hey. Okay, I'm on page 399. They get like the first half of the book. And I was like, yes! Yes, mama! Like, kind of like these like life or death situations, and I really appreciated how they brought back the water, I don't remember what they're called. Water rates? I think water rates? Is that how you say it? I don't know. The flirting between Rhysand and Feyre. To die for. Her comforting him after a nightmare and her making the realization that she thinks that's what she needed. Amryn and Moore told me that the span of an Illyrian's male's wings says a lot about the size of ... other parts. You know, they're flying together, he's holding her with his wings flapping, and he's just like, did they now? They also said Azriel's wings are the biggest. She is such a tease. Honestly though, like, I feel like Azriel's the one I want. Not because of that statement right there. It's because, like, he's like the quiet, brooding guy, the like mysterious one. He's the Zane of like Akamoff. Like if Akamoff was One Direction, if the inner circle was One Direction, he'd be Zane. I'll check in another 100 pages. Hi. This is so good. This is so good. And I just have a feeling that like these last 120-ish pages are gonna be like, the action really picked up the last couple of chapters, and I was like, oh, I love it. Something that I also think has been really cool about this book is you see Feyre fall out of love with Tamlin, and then I don't know, I feel like that's like kind of powerful, and I kind of liked the way Sarah J Maas did it, because it's like Feyre is falling out of love with him, but she's not even realizing it until she's been away for a while, and then she's like, oh, I hate him. And like, I feel like this is kind of like a realistic way of how that happens, speaking from not a romantic experience, don't have that. This is speaking just from like other experiences I have. I feel like in the moment you don't realize how much you've started to resent something until it's over, and then you're like, I hated every moment of that. And it's like a realization you don't come to till it's over. I'll see you soon. I could not tell you what I was expecting, but it was not that. Wow. Wow. Tampon? Die. I was like, you know, you fall out of love with people. I thought what he did was like a terrible thing, you know, like him almost treating her like a prisoner. I was like, man, you do suck, but like, I don't understand why everyone hates you that much. Now I understand why everybody hates him. Like, he just like, he's like, I need Feyre. I'm literally gonna let this king ruin and take over like the whole world. You know, like I'm not a big fan of manipulation, right? Except for this. Tampon deserves it. Cassian and Azriel. Like literally, I'm sitting here reading it and I'm like, no, not them. I don't know when I'm gonna start the next book, but I guess it'll be just like a second from now for you guys, but yeah. Okay, friends, I finished the book I was reading in between A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin, and now I'm starting this. I just read like the first couple of pages, and I honestly, like, I'm kind of excited to like see what's going on now that Feyre's back in like the spring court. Like I'm like, oh, can't wait. It's like 700 pages. Yeah, it's 699 pages. Oh my god, that is terrifying. I'll check in with you roughly in 100 pages. Okay, I have made it to part 2, Cursebreaker. This is like on page 99. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It is weeks later. When I filmed that last clip, I read to page 26, and then like I was having a hard time focusing on the book, so I was like, let's pick up a different book I think I can focus on better. And so then I read a different book, and then I read a different book, and then I read a different book, and then I picked up this again, and so I just like made it and getting back in, gonna get on this grind. But yeah, I picked up 3 books, I think. When I said I was gonna read this, I picked up 3 different books. But now we're back. I'm ready to like get back into this. Oh, there was just like one thing I read and I giggled. So like Feyre's like trying to be like, yeah, my mortal mind is like so smart. I solved Amarantha's riddle. That was the easiest riddle I think ever. And she's like, yeah, big brain, big brain. Like, congrats. Instead of checking in every 100 pages, I'm just going to check in when I feel like it. I'm going to get back into reading. I don't know like what my heart just did, but it just did something. I'm on page 280, and also I don't know if I showed you my bookmark, but it like matches so well. Slay, right? Anyway, I'm on page 280, and I was gonna wait till I finished the chapter to like speak about it, but I feel like this is a long chapter and I'm not gonna do that. What just happened is like, first off, not much has been happening during here. Well, actually that's a lie, but it's mostly been like politicky stuff, and like right now like they just like brought like Eris and I think it's Kier Moore's dad, doing stuff with the 2 of them, making deals, obviously upsetting Moore, and she didn't get a heads up, and she deserved a heads up, but she was like trying to make a point, and she's like, they're like, what if like we're in this position, but instead of like Eris and my dad, we're talking about like Amarantha. Basically, Rhys says that he would let Amarantha do like anything to him, if it meant for everyone to be safe, and like everyone, they say, flinched, and like him just saying that, he said if Amarantha showed up at the door right now, blah 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 blah, and said she could buy us a chance at defeating Hybern and keeping you all alive, I would thank the cauldron. And I feel like that, like, I don't know, like what keeps being like brought up in here is how Rhys would literally do anything for his people, and I love that about him. That being said, Azriel's my favorite. I don't know, there's something about Azriel, guys. I feel like this is great for reading the first time, but I feel like if I were to like reread this series, I would be bored. I'm gonna check in once something that I feel is worth commenting on happens. Okay, bye. I'm on page 49. at the end of chapter 48, something happens. Don't really know what it is, but you know, Reese's sexy butt covers Feyre, because there's some like shaking or whatever, and then he's like, Hybern just destroyed the wall. So like I'm assuming like a lot's gonna happen from that. I know that she likes to do a lot with the last 100 pages, and I'm very disappointed with myself because my goal for last night was to make it to page 500, and I didn't do that. It appears my little check-in was 2 chapters premature because part 3 High Lady. I feel like that's when it's gonna pick up. We'll see if I have anything more to say in those 10 pages. I don't know if I will. So, or wait, no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Okay, so, I read the 2 chapters now. I'm on part 3, High Lady 51. And I don't think I actually, like, talked prematurely. I was expecting, like, something to happen in those 2 chapters that was gonna like blow my mind, and then I'd have something like really great to say. No, I mean, she made a deal with Briaxis. So I reached page 600, so I only have 100 pages left, so I thought it'd be a good time to do a little chit chat because I heard that the last 100 pages are crazy because that's how it is in every Sarah J Maas book. I think it's gonna be pretty intense. We actually, Tampon just had like a major W. Like he's like in his redemption era, I feel like. So like I feel like so many people just like, they're like, ew, Tampon, but like this is a moment where he's like kind of redeeming himself, and I'm kind of just like, I'm gonna give him credit for that. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. We like Asriel. Is that our favorite? Is that your favorite? Don't bark if Asriel's your favorite. Okay, yeah. Asriel, just, I don't know. He's just so sweet, and he just deserves the world. And I just got to like the part where like, Mors just like kind of came out to Feyre being like, I'm gay. And then Feyre being like, what? And then it's the whole thing where, you know, Asriel loves Mor, but Mor doesn't feel as though she is capable of loving him back, and then she's leading him on, and there's issues, and next time I see you, I will be done with this book. Okay, so I know I said I was gonna check in when I finished the book. I haven't finished the book. I'm on page 635, okay? And like, it's like, I'm tearing up. It feels like I have like the same feeling of watching like Avengers Endgame when like everyone comes back like from the blip to like fight, and then like everyone in like the entire Marvel universe like comes in and starts fighting. So like what just happened was like, just these armors. First it was just like Tampon coming in with Baron, and I was like, oh my god, right then, like I already thought of that. And then you have like the Weaver, the Carver, and Briaxis coming in, and then all of a sudden there's more armies. It's Miriam and Draken's armies, and then the 3 ships come in. And I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know, it's just like everybody coming in. I'm just like, oh my god, I love it. And the dad comes in with his 3 ships being the Feyre, the Elaine, and the Nesta. And I'm just like, that is so slay. And everyone's there and they're all fighting for what they believe in. Asriel was like super upset. He was allowed to fight, and then he's like, he said, chain me to a tree. I'm gonna fight no matter what. And I was just like, yes, king, yes. I don't know when I'm gonna check in next. We'll see. Anyway, I haven't finished the book. I haven't finished it, but what? Resan? He's I know there's a chapter later on here in his POV, and I've seen so many spoilers for this book, so like I know he's not, like, I know there's still more with him in this series, but it's the whole Feyre's reaction, and how she said it's silent but she's screaming, and you know something's gonna happen, you know everything's gonna turn out a certain way, and you cry about it anyway. I feel like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm never gonna get through this book. I'm never gonna get through this book. I swear I'm never gonna do it. Anyway, I'm gonna check in when I'm done with this book, and hopefully anyway, for all we know, I'll be back in another 10 pages. Yeah. I did it. So I just finished it. The last 100 pages, like, killed me. Tear-stained, actually tear-stained. But I'm having a hard time, like, deciding what I want to, like, rate this, because I feel like the last 100 pages were definitely 5 stars. They really were. But, like, the first 600, more like 4. So I don't know if I should, like, give it a 4.5 or just, like, go ahead and cave and give it 5 stars, because, like, the ending of this book to me was more powerful than this book was, and I gave this book 5 stars. I'm gonna put it as 5 stars. Might as well, because it made me sob. Those last 100 pages, like, killed me. So I really hope you like this video. I will vlog the rest of this series. I don't know when it's coming. I don't know when that vlog's coming. So, like, that video is probably not gonna come for, like, another month. But I promise it's coming. Okay, bye!